It's been called a David and Goliath fight. Tiny Hupacasaht, with only 300 members, is taking on the federal government over the Canada-China Foreign Investment Protection Agreement, also known as FIPA. An injunction against the FIPA treaty was filed in federal court on January 18th. On February 8th, Hupacasaht found out it is not standing alone against the government initiative. LeadNow, an online pro-democracy advocacy organization representing 220,000 Canadians, hand-delivered $30,000 to Hupacasaht for the legal challenge and 2,500 letters from Canadians in support of the nation. Hupacasaht Councillor Brenda Sayers has taken the lead on the challenge. She says Canada has been negligent in its duty to consult with First Nations on the agreement as per Section 35 of the Constitution.
Violate our rights as First Nations, specifically treaty nations who have already signed and hold treaties. And I guess the question that we're asking is why they signed a treaty with a foreign country when there are lands in Canada that where the treaties have not been settled. And Hupacasaht First Nation is one of those nations whose treaties have not been settled. So our concern looking forward is that with if the Canada-China is ratified, and we have the Chinese companies coming in and buying up companies, the rate of extraction of our natural resources, we won't be able to manage that, so that when the day comes when we do sit down to finish negotiating our treaty, what will be left of natural resources? And thinking forward 31 years, this treaty is for 31 years, we have to think about the future generations.
Jamie Bigger said LeadNow was very excited to contribute to the injunction, saying First Nations are one of Canada's last defenses against the federal government increasingly out of control.
Recently, the assertion of First Nations rights and title is one of the only powerful checks on the power of the federal government over our land base left in this country.
Sayers said it was an emotional moment for her that LeadNow would honor Hupacasaht protocol by delivering the letters. She said it means a great deal that so many Canadians are behind the nation.
You know, one of the biggest themes that you see in these letters over and over and over again is people saying that they often feel hopeless, but that they are inspired by the Hupacasath, that they are inspired by the action that they're taking. And really that just came up over and over and over again, was the sense that this legal challenge is kind of a light in the dark.
We're in the process of gathering affidavits from First Nations across Canada. Those affidavits will be filed in court within the next week or two, at which time then Canada can respond with their evidence. And at that time then a court date will be set where the arguments can be heard.
A court challenge is an expensive proposition for any organization. Hupacasaht Chief Councillor Stephen Tatouche was asked about the financial burden on the nation.